lone gravitational wave. I'm his Wicked Wolf. Asteroid sets a new relationship in motion. And a rumor that goes nowhere. Okay. It's a very vibes game. Ancient Earth was barren, cold, lifeless until a collision. An astronomical body the size of Mars slammed into Earth, showering debris into an orbital veil as the bodies melted together. This union left Earth forever changed, now with the moon, a 23.5-degree axial tilt, and pregnant with added mass. Calling a planet pregnant seems a little weird, a little fetishy. Hey, Gozer. Hey, 255. No, I didn't 255 because I think there was more left to do than I thought. When I actually checked how long most people spend playing this, I realized that I was not as close to the end as I thought I was. This is tilted. There we go. The planet had become fertile for the evolution of life. Again with the pregnancy stuff. Look, you're allowed to have a planet breeding kink if you want. To each their own. Though destructive, collision had made Earth a rare home for which to gaze at the stars and study the movements of celestial bodies, both past and present. Hey, Scuzzbopper. Okay. Let's see. Huh. Sorry, give me 1 second. Just gonna take care of something else on another screen real quick. There we go. Whoa! Oh, you mean penguins? Penguins? Collision. Eggshell broken from hatching or perhaps by a predator. Unclear. Unfinished timepiece. Is construction flawed? Remnants of a meal. Well, yeah, but penguins is his standard, but have you seen the compilation where he does a whole bunch of others penguins and penglings? It's delightful. Graham Norton showed him that compilation just to embarrass him. Defective watch. Okay. Debris from late night dinner at the Hopper. That was the phone number. The Hopper All Hours Diner. Whoa. World Pegging Day. I think there's a lot of folks out there who could stand to have a good pegging, either for their own good or for the good of the rest of us. Just relax. Not that I'm implying anything happened non-consensually. I'm just having fun with the premise. It can if you're ambitious enough and you are, or like whoever needs to be is on a decent fiber diet. This is bad. I've been editing quasi spicy stuff for most of the day today. So my head is not in the most SFW place right now. I'll try and rein it in a touch, just a skosh. The music really does a lot to help sell this. You know, there's a conspiracy theory that the moon is an artificial structure. One of the things they claim is there's no reference to the moon in art before 1830. That's just not true, though. Like, if that were true, it might prove their point, but, like, it's not. That's one of the things that drives me absolutely nuts about conspiracies, is they will claim something which is flatly not true, but they will just claim it's true anyway, because if it were, then there'd be more credence to their conspiracy. And that's, like, this is part of why I do not indulge conspiratorial thinking, is because it is what we call motivated thinking. You know what you want to be the case, and so you come up with a version of reality that fits it, and you stick to it. This is why I don't indulge in conspiratorial thinking in my comments, even when it seems innocuous, or even when it's stuff that, like, I'm not going to say that's impossible, but you can't prove it, so we're not doing it. I like matchbooks. I don't know. There's something very satisfying about lighting a match. Like, and I've got, you know, the clicker lighters or whatever to light candles with or whatever, but there's something really satisfying about the pop of a match that, like, you can't get from a lighter. Like, Zippos kind of make up for it because there's the click when you close them. That's not too bad. But, like, just that... Ooh. It's just something to... Hello. Do I know you? I saw them too. I'm going to try and have a review out Sunday. I'm going to try. We'll see if it happens. Why am I all discombobulated sometimes? I mean, that's true if they have turned it into a grift. Like, this is one of the things about conspiratorial thinking, is you will have an almost impossible time distinguishing between the marks and the grifters, because they'll all claim to believe the same thing. Like, it has a lot to do with, you know, is there a follow me for more pitch or what have you? Because, like, for a grifter, yes, from a grifter's perspective, it's the same principle as the Nigerian prince scam. It's so obviously fake, you actually are using it as a quality filter, that anyone who is too discerning to buy into this, you don't want them anyway. But that's not necessarily what you're dealing with when you're dealing with conspiracy theories, because they may sincerely believe it and just never checked because it's what they want to be true. Whoa. It's like a decaying orbit. technical manual that details the physics of the super collider. Parts salvaged from ancient technology, repurposed to monitor particle collisions. Oh. Okay. Do they still sell those matches that can be lit on any surface? Like you'd see in a cowboy western film, light matches on the soles of his shoes. You can get strike on anything matches. The thing is, they don't actually strike on anything. So, like, when I was in high school, I was in a play, and the character I was smoked a pipe, so I had a prop pipe, and we did have matches, to make it seem sincere. Pipe was obviously empty, but we tried the strike on anything matches and quickly found they strike on more things than just the surface, like those like most matchbooks and matchboxes you can get, but not much more. They still don't strike on most things, so we found it easier just to place a little strip of the stuff that you can strike it on and just use that and have it positioned in a way that the audience couldn't see it, which is how most of that stuff in movies is done too, by the way. It's usually shot at an angle where, like, they've just got a strip of the striking material taped down, including on people's faces when you see them, like, strike it on their own stubble. Like, no. No. Oh. Yes, sorry to shatter the strike on anything lie for you, Gozer. Hollyoaks is actually kind of unique among British sitcoms for having a younger cast. Charlie Brooker once joked it's set in a suburb of Chester twinned with Logan's Run. Like, again, that entire genre is not my thing. I was just like, I hate all these people. Like, you're all awful. And for some reason, like, I think that might be worse than just being boring, which is what most of the other casts were. Hi, Bunny. Piece of chalk that yearns for an image to sketch. We reconfiguring? Oh, hello. I see what you did there, Jennifer. Yeah, I've seen those, Gozer. They're interesting. She seems very skeptical. Whoa! Was that a good idea? I guess. Okay. Huh. Huh. Okay, so. There we go. Before Black Mirror, Booker had a TV show called Screen Wipe where he did media criticism. It was actually a big influence on Yahtzee, and I suspect a lot of other Brit YouTubers. I've heard about that. What, Logan? Jennifer? That's pretty good. Japanese term for electric sizzle is Pika and Chew is the Japanese equivalent of Rowan going squeak, so Pikachu's name would be Sizzle Squeak. Pikachu! Pika Pika! Okay. I wonder if anyone's done like a sketch or something where like it's the brilliant inventor or whatever who always has the friend who like says something innocuous and it makes the brilliant inventor go, ah, yes, now I realize. And like there's an argument between them where the friend's like, but like these ideas are more mine than yours, right? Like you wouldn't have thought of them without me. It's like, well, yes, but you're just saying random stuff, and occasionally it strikes a spark in me, but without me to do something with it, your ideas aren't even ideas. Like, okay, yeah, I get that, but I feel like I need more credit than you're giving me, which is currently none. You're taking all of it. Maybe I just won't hang out with you and say innocuous stuff anymore. See how well you do then. That turned into a whole thing. All right. Hmm. No, Miss Wicked Wolf, and I never intend to. Somebody would have to pay me. Hmm. Whoa. Vibrant colored flowers that grow upon a particle accelerator. Huh. Beep-a-dee-ba-doo. Okay. Huh. Oh. There we go. Took a minute, but I got there. Somebody loaded a clip from the Opera Medea, performed by Maria Callas on YouTube, and people in the comments were complaining that it wasn't the Tyler Perry movie. Oh, God. No culture for you. Ah! Called it. She was going to get all the credit. I've never seen them, Ms. Wicked Wolf, so, like, I'm not going to engage with this conversation. Perfectly Bound, no, Dr. Alice Bowman. How to End the Big Bang. Mass Super Collider project has liftoff. He is no man. Like, my thing is somebody would have to pay me. And more to the point, I don't want somebody to pay me. Like, they are aimed at an audience that isn't me. Like, both in terms of preference and also, like, it's black art made by a black creator for a black audience. And I kind of feel like my position in that whole thing is to shut my mouth and walk away. Which, to be clear, was not to say that I don't think that white people have any place criticizing it or watching it or having thoughts on it. It's just that, like, it's so outside my culture, my experience, my points of reference, and everything else. I would feel like this isn't even for me. Why am I here? Why am I criticizing this? It's honestly the same reason I wouldn't have talked about any of the soap operas if somebody hadn't paid me. Like, I'm going to criticize it because somebody paid me to do it, but, like, I feel like I have nothing meaningful to add. This is just not my experience. It happens a lot, 255, and, like, a lot can happen with, like, anything that is popular with a uh, oppressed population or a disadvantaged one. The things that they like must be trash. It's kind of why I prefer to stay out of that. Whoa. Like, always be wary of extremely dismissive criticisms. You know, anything to the account of, like, anyone who likes this must be dumb. Or, this is only for people who don't think. Or, anything broad and sweeping like that. More often than not, it belies something unpleasant. Whether they realize it or not. Hey, Skelly. Whoa. Oh, hello. Okay. Huh. This game is such a weird vibe. Like, I dig it, but it's I'm gonna have the damnedest time trying to explain this game when I review it, inevitably. The Kardashev scale describes 3 stages of a civilization development. Type 1 civilization utilizes all the energy on its planet, not yet capable of considering other worlds to draw from. The power is minuscule compared to the Type 2 civilization, which looks beyond itself to bask in all the radiant heat emitted from the star that it orbits. Lastly, the godlike Type 3 civilization can harness the entire energy output of its home galaxy by tossing matter into the supermassive black hole at the galactic core. To reach one's full potential, a bit of sacrifice is required, it seems. Huh. I am enjoying it as well. It's a trip. I'm gonna be right back. You'll folks forgive me. I need to grab something to snack on. I meant to grab some lunch before we started and I didn't. I need to get something. I'll be right back. Yeah, see, I never liked The Big Bang Theory, but it's just because I found their depiction of stereotypical nerds to be the exact same crap we've had since Revenge of the Nerds in the early 80s. That's why I didn't like it. Never watched Glee. Never had an interest in Glee. Oh. Whoa. Hmm. Oh, come on. It was right there. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot, that kind of thing. Okay. Structure for collecting sunlight. Bringing back vivid memories of the past. Hmm. Yeah, that was my thing, Jennifer. Like, I get that for some people, it was meaningful enough to have the nerds be the leads. For me, my thought was like, what's the difference if they're the leads or the supporting characters when they're still the same awkward, I know every issue of Spider-Man and astrophysicists are hot, like kind of nonsense we've had again since Revenge of the Nerds in the goddamn 80s. Again, I'm not shaming anybody. It's just why that show not only did not appeal to me, kind of ticked me off. Like, the thing to remember is nerds are... Whoa. Nerds are no different than anybody else with an interest. Like, don't treat comic book nerds any different than you would treat sports nerds or car nerds. They're all just frickin' nerds, man. Hello. You really do drink too much, though, dude. Theater kids. Whoa. I like that in his best of 2024 countdown. Whoa. Tom the Shadow said, you know, I used to say I wasn't into theater as a kid, so I don't know what theater kid energy is, but then I saw Chapel Roan and I went, oh, wait, yes, no, I do. I know exactly what that is. That I'm less I have less of an issue with 255 because that's pretty typical for most American sitcoms. Like Home Improvement mocked Tim Allen's character for being as obsessed with tools as he was. Like that's not atypical. Just what bugged me was like it's the exact same jokes as I've always heard. They're just the leads now, and I'm supposed to think that's okay. Yep. See that even if I had liked the show, that would have pissed the hell pissed the hell out of me, pissed the hell off of me, pissed me the hell off. Do not think of any of the implications of the other ways I tried to say that. Flowers no longer needed. It's time to move on. Huh. It's really interesting, JVL. It is weird. It is so hard to describe, but I like it. See, I didn't like Will and Grace either for effectively the same reason as I didn't like The Big Bang Theory. I went, these are the exact same gay stereotypes we've been trafficking in for like 100 years, and like it's somehow revolutionary just because you made them the leads. One's a fop, the other's a queen. Like what? Ah, why? Why is this meaningful? Again, like I appreciate that, like from a strictly historical perspective, it's meaningful just to have those people in the leads at all, even if they are still playing the freaking stereotypes. But yeah, no, I couldn't get into those. I can appreciate the importance of those shows existing. I did not enjoy them. I did not enjoy the gay renaissance of the mid 2000s. I never really liked Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I didn't like Will and Grace. And it's okay if other people did. I did not, though. I found them painful to try and watch. I didn't like watching them. I'm glad they existed. I don't think it's a problem they were there, but I didn't want to see them. Scientists warned the world about dangers to human existence through a metaphorical doomsday clock. The later the hour on the clock tolls, the greater the threat to civilization. Efforts to create international unity do little to turn back the clock. Conceived with no hours earlier than 9. The darkness of midnight has always been a looming inevitability. Oh! Oh. I didn't even think about the significance of the fact that this clock is missing parts of the face. Oh, damn. Okay. As the doomsday clock approaches the end, some of those on Earth begin to look towards the heavens. That specifically, no, but the idea of you can't continue to enjoy these things, and if you grow up, you leave them behind. That's such, honestly, that's such juvenile thinking. Being an adult means not having toys. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That has nothing to do with being an adult. Piss off. Interesting theory, JVL. It's 425. Okay. Ooh. I mean, on top of cash grabs. Well, yes, there's always that. Oh, yes, it's so true, 255. Thank goodness. Thank you, Will and Grace. You gave us gay rights forever. Suspicious lack of communication. A massive crowd of advanced proposal that makes no noise. Due consideration. These are named the way the ships in the culture books are. Beautifully crafted vessel. Free from the ravages of intellect. This is so the same naming method for the ships in the culture books. It's one of my favorite things about those books. I'm not going to lie. I love the ship names. Old Earth Preservation Craft. We could all use more Mr. Rogers. Would you kindly click me? Suspicious lack of communication title of my sex tape. Encyclopedia Terrestria. Powers are half deteriorated. To wit. A ship that is leaking fuel. No, it's okay, JVL. I check this one. The Great Ship Friendship. They just should have called it the Great Friendship. But, like, make friendship 2 words. That's all they should have done. Don't shoot, we bring messages. For a second, my brain went, don't shoot, we bring massages. Not what they're going for, but that is what my brain did for just a minute there. Oh yeah, I did check that one. Better left unsaid. Lao Su. Did I check this one? To it. Yes, I did. There's a culture warship called I've Got a Bigger Stick in all lowercase. You have to say it in a high-pitched voice. I've got a bigger stick. I really like. I enjoy those books in general, but the ship names are the part that like just tickle me the most out of that book series. I really, really love the ship names. Hey, Phil. And like, we currently live in an age where it feels like the core audience of Bluey is millennial parents. So like, let's not get hung up on what's for kids. Don't get me wrong, my kiddo watches Bluey too, and they are theoretically too old for it. But what are we doing? Huh. Golden record. Banks' intention was that was a sign of maturity. Is not taking yourself too seriously. I like that. I like that perspective. 255. And like again, I just love the names. Like, hang on. For people who don't read the culture books, hang on. I just want to get a list here and give you some choice ones from here. Those are the types of ships. Here we go. Bad for Business. A series of unlikely explanations. Big Sexy Beast. These are spaceship names. Funny, it worked last time. God told me to do it. Helpless in the face of your beauty. I thought he was with you. It'll be over by Christmas. Just another victim of ambient morality. Only slightly bent. Synchronize your dogmas. Thank you and good night. You'll thank me later. You would if you really loved me. And like, oftentimes, many of the books in the culture series are like fairly serious in tone, and then it'll be like, it's being investigated by the culture GSV ship. What are the civilian applications? The ethics gradient. Its character forming. Heavy messing. Just Passing Through, I Blame My Mother. They're great. They just show up. They just show up over the course of those books, and it's freaking great. I love them. Absolutely love them. Do you have a favorite character from Bluey? I don't think I could pick a single character from Bluey as a favorite. I love the show too much. Have you heard about the British show Last One Laughing yet? I have not.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Oggigiano.
Un po' ne cavolo non sei.
Ashuli.
Siyani bingelela maqhawe sinifisela inkonzo ende.
पृथ्वी ऊपर वसनार एक मानव तरफ थी બ્રહ્માંડના અન્ય અવકાશમાં વસનારાઓને હાર્દિક અભિનંદન આ સંદેશો મળે વળતો સંદેશો મોકલાવશો નમસ્તે કನ್ನಡಿಗರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು.
Interesting, JVL. It immediately makes me wonder, do you have Dropout and are you watching Game Changer? There's another show called I Blame Your Mother, too. Good stuff. Oh, I know about Bodie McBoatface, Skelly. And, like, they were cowards for not actually naming it Bodie McBoatface. Like, stop taking yourself so damn seriously. Have some fun.
درود بر ساکنین ماورای آسمان‌ها بنی آدم از پای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش ز یک گوهرند چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار دگر عضوها را نماند قرار. Ria du Melissa Marraine.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Oiknis poteste chairete, eirenikos prosphilus elelithamen philoi.
Good man. I haven't seen the latest episodes of Game Changer because I watched them with my boyfriend, and so we need to watch some of those together this weekend. But
Chân thành gửi tới các bạn lời chào thân hữu.
sung to the tune of The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald Gozer. The story of Bodie McBoatface.
Milí přátelé, přejeme vám vše nejlepší.
Hola y saludos a todos.
Hartelijke groeten aan iedereen.
See you later, V'ger. I've seen like clips from that. I haven't seen that one yet. There's that one. I think it's also the physical challenge one is out. Hope work goes all right for you, JVL. Thanks for stopping in. Usain Bolt? Oh, that would have been good too. That is a question that will boggle the minds for ages to come. Assuming there's still enough sentient life left to be boggled. One possible fate of our universe is for the expansion of the Big Bang to slow to a crawl and finally reverse under the power of gravity. Yeah, the big crunch. I know about that. Numerous black holes will consume all matter and merge, becoming larger and larger. As our universe was born from a single point during the Big Bang, existence may end in one unfathomable large black hole occupying a single point in space. We call this theory the Big Crunch. An interesting theory, but we are confident that this shall not be our destiny. Well, if we're any indication, Gozer, it might well be. Golden ratio that spirals inward to a smaller and smaller point. Whoa. Singularity. Huh. Planetoid whose tectonic plates once shifted but have been fused together. Once with gold, it's like the pot from last time. Spaceships filled with passengers. Constellation depicting an ancestral hunt. Curious planet inhabited by beautiful and dangerous creatures. That about sums it up. Gas giant that never became a star. Remnants of the early days of the universe. Okay, what do I do, though? I'm not sure what to do. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Whoa. Very strange hearing dialogue.
Stop now, eternal demon!
Please stop, ancestral spirit.
Stop time. Beat, brother.
Stop worrying, time traveler.
Whoa, okay. That's interesting, Rowan. I might try and keep that in mind. Solitary. That is an interesting bit for sure, 255. Come on. There we go. Yeah. I don't think that's our fault, Rowan. When the last star burns out and all that remains in the universe are black holes, the Big Bang may still roar with the cacophony of life. We will fling rockets into the rotating ergosphere of a black hole in a technique called the Penrose process. No 255, because that's just very much in line with that dipshit. And Musk does not understand them. Harnessing the power of a black hole, our civilization will thrive for trillions of years in the darkness. What we might choose to do during this eternity, well, only time will tell. Singularity. An inaccurate statue. An accurate statue. I mean, a lot of Doctor Who concepts sound cringe if you just read them out plainly, Rowan. I wouldn't use that as the core basis on which to judge it. Yeah, no, it's a general statement, 255. It applies to almost everything.
You look at me.
And I can see.
The love we share.
Eternally.
mean, one of the things to keep in mind with Big Finish is, especially when they first start working with an era, they are usually trying to capture the essence of what was typical of that era. There are a couple exceptions, Sixth Doctor being the big one, but by and large, they do try and have it read as if it would have been written in the same era, which does mean to a certain extent they are trying to emulate Chibnall. But they also tend to get more creative as they go, so who knows? Not generally 255, no. I don't mean that they're trying to make it seem exactly like that. Just as a general tone and mood guide, that's how they tend to go. At least, again, at least when first starting to deal with a doctor. And I said era 255, not error. Era. I wasn't trying to be pedantic. I just wanted to be sure that you actually understood what it was that I meant.
Can we stop it?
No.
I would say the interactivity is an addition to this. Yeah, no kidding, Beatmaster. You know, it's ironic considering the fact that I don't really like the movie that I'm about to reference that much. This feels like the last act of 2001: A Space Odyssey, the game, at times, but like add in jazz because why not? I hope they like them 255.
You don't have to say it anymore.
Sorry I've gotten so quiet. It is difficult to know what to say. with a game like this. Bubble theory states there is a multiverse beyond our universe, a highly energized territory called the inflaton field. There's an infinite number of universes expand out into nothingness. Each of these universes is unique with a cosmological constant to the mass of fundamental particles. As of yet, there is no way of understanding these strange worlds, but imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth. Imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth as I lay prostrate under the night sky. Flashes of color illuminate my mind as the mushroom reaches my rumbling stomach and I sit straight as an arrow. The many stars shine down on me, and in them I see ancestors naked and gaunt. They dance in front of a great fire. They become ash. They become the stag and the bison. They bubble into roiling water and mist-like demons. The sublime grandeur of the sky overwhelms, but the ancestral spirit's presence calms me, and out of this unknowable haze, a world emerges wrapped in familiar forms. Out of this unknowable haze, a world emerges wrapped in familiar forms. Meditation purges the mind of grief, of anxiety, of indecision, and in their place I find an empty cup in my hand. I too am empty now. The water boils and I watch. Each bubble glistens brightly for a moment, then it is gone. Memories flit through my mind, and then they are gone. Steam spouts from the kettle as it sings eternally. My serenity slips, and thoughts of death return. I breathe intently once more as the eternal demon is reborn, and my mind transforms the wisps of preternatural smoke into bodies and steel and stone. My mind transforms the wisps of preternatural smoke into bodies and steel and concrete. Rhythms and harmonies become cheering audiences, drunk and lusty. My instrument pulls the crowd out of the night, makes them real. It pulls musicians to me too, brothers, dames, has-beens, and somebodies. I get drunk on whiskey. I bubble and dance with the crowd. Circles intersect for a few moments, and strangers inspire songs in me to rule the radio waves. I experiment with the melody, but notes collide unpleasantly. The song eludes me, but the beat, brother, fills my heart with a rhythmic experience that reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. My experience reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. Particles become waves before my eyes. The lab machines buzz quietly. I throw the particles at each other and they shatter into a constellation of fragments. I analyze the results and discover unending expansion. I hypothesize its origins, an inflattened field. I visualize this multiverse as a fractal of intersecting bubbles, and my mind reels. The desperate particles collapse into one unified form, radiant and dangerous, before becoming lost in the field. The data draws me in like a siren song. In my days, a time traveler embraces me. I am comforted and comprehend the universe. I give it a name. Our imagination embodies the dark unknown in myth. Out of this unknowable haze, a world emerges wrapped in familiar forms. Our mind transforms the wisps of preternatural smoke into bodies and steel and concrete. Our experience reshapes the world and makes this form eternal. We give it a name. We call it the constant. Massive God, victim of the Big Bang, we whisper a prayer. Exodus.
You don't have to save anyone.
Crap. I hate binary choices. Shit. Sorry, give me a second. I was just checking to see if one of these was labeled as the good or bad ending. And they aren't. Huh. Huh. So I guess I'll just note the broad strokes of what's coming up. Saturday's video will be about the Supreme Court decision in the UK. So no, it's not fun. Should have the review for Andor up tomorrow here on this channel. A new episode of Fractus Podcast on Monday. Okay. I'll be right back. I know we're slightly over time, but just give me a minute. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to even try and review this. I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. I just don't know how to talk about it. I don't have the first clue, 255. Ooh, hang on a second. I want to see the other ending. This was what I was waiting for. This is why I didn't end the stream yet. Yeah. Yep, I know. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, 255. It's about jazz and love and drinking and time travel and death and the birth of the universe and physics. So it would sound a bit like this, Beatmaster. Great maker. Finally a game that left Vera speechless. I never have 255, no. Physics. 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 Hope you're writing this down. Okay, so let's see what the other ending gets us. Not a clue, Beatmaster. It's always hard to tell with games like this. I saw a lot of names at the back end, which to me says this was probably successfully crowdfunded, which probably means that it did not have to actually sell well to at the very least break even. Because if you run crowdfunding successfully, then it should mean you break even at worst. All right, let's try this other one. I think I like the first one I picked better. I mean, like, it's not a gameplay-focused game. That's for sure. Yeah, no, I definitely like the other ending I picked better. I'm glad I did the other one first. I think in a lot of ways, I think of this similarly to how I think about The Artful Escape. It is enhanced by the interactivity, but it's not a challenge game. It's just not. Okay, I guess we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Good weekend. Hope you take care of yourselves. And, yeah. Be well. Be safe. Be kind. I'll see you.